ABC, it's Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, I saw the thread going around for Bill over at Michigan Record Club. Show 5 Psych albums. So I thought, you know what? I'm in. I've got albums to show. They're all recent finds, so you've never seen this stuff. And plus, I really like Bill. I think he's got a great channel. So, I didn't even have to think about it. I'm doing it. So I've got 5 albums lined up. And let's get going. Alright, this one is an 80s reissue on Capitol. And it's the first album by Lothar and the Hand People. And these guys were really wacky and zany and tried to do something different. You know, you gotta hand it to them. So they had their own theremin. So here's one of the band members right here operating it with his hands. And if you don't know what theremin is, it's sort of an electronic, I don't know if you'd call it a synthesizer, but let's just say an electronic instrument that produces some nice eerie sounds. If you've ever seen the TV show Dark Shadows, their theme song for that show was, they used a theremin for that. And actually the name of the theremin was Lothar. So the Hand People is the band. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Probably the strongest track is Machines. It's very mechanical and rhythmic melody, and it's sort of a proto. It's almost like what Kraftwerk would be doing, like later in the 70s, that mechanical sound. So pretty interesting. The only thing that I'm bummed out about for their reissue, they omitted 3 songs. So I'm missing 3 songs off that was on the original album. I have no clue why they did that. It could possibly be a legality. It's the only way they could release it. But yeah, pretty damn cool. This next one is Moon Express, and this is a Record Store Day issue from 2019. And let me get the hype sticker on camera before I pull the shrink off. Very nice, well done, heavy duty cover. Gatefold. And this was a limited edition of 630 copies, I believe. It was a regional release, so Arizona did get one. So, yeah, very cool. It's on Modern Harmonic, which is basically a sub-label of Sundazed. I'm pretty sure of that. Black vinyl. And also came with a 45 of 2 Beatles songs, covers. So this is pretty interesting. You might have noticed in the on the hype sticker it mentioned Paul Arnold. Now he was the mastermind behind the ID album on RCA. So he's on this. He's doing the spoken word. Probably maybe a little bit too much of that. He's very in the moment, trying to be like a guru kind of a guy, but it's got some nice Eastern rhythms and some lovely female vocal, so quite good. And this is a previous unreleased album, and I'm glad it saw light of day. This next one is Pink Floyd, A Saucer Full of Secrets. Let me get the glare off of there. European import, and this is a 2019 remaster, and it sounded really good. Nice to hear this album in mono. I'd never heard it in mono before. And let me get the hype information on there. So black vinyl, and it's on the Columbia label. Okay, well, I bought this new, and even with new vinyl, I always spin clean them. And after I cleaned it up and put it on the turntable, there was a little crackle on side one in the quiet spot. So what I did is I have a Crosley Cruiser. So I put it on the Crosley, I cranked it up to 78 RPM, and then I dropped the tone arm down on it, and with the weight of the tone arm, the velocity of the 78 RPM, it basically just plowed that right out, and I put it on my regular turntable and cleaned it up, no problem. So, you know, I've mentioned this in comments on other people's channels, but I never really talked about it before. So I figured, you know, now's the time to do it. Just talk about it. So yeah, it's a great idea, man. I've cleaned up so many light minor ticks and pops and crackle with this method, and to no damage of the record that I could see. Once I even had a record that where the stylus would actually get caught in the groove, and I put it on my Crosley and I actually cleared it so that it didn't hang up anymore. So that was really eye-opening for me. For when I did that, it's like, wow, that is, to be able to do that is pretty cool. So yeah, just wanted to pass that along to you guys. You know, the Crosleys are good for something. And if you're not successful at the first try, maybe try it again. You know, I've had success with doing it twice. So, not guaranteed, but I've had a pretty high success rate with that. Okay, this next one, I have two more here, and I just picked these up today. So, we got a nice collection in at the store, so I was able to pick out a few things, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. I just got these today. So this is, you might have heard of White Noise, and you might have seen their album flashed around in the VC. It's a black cover with lightning bolts on the front. It's UK prog psych, experimental, ambient, trippy stuff. So actually what this, and that album came out in '69 in the UK. This is actually a 1971 US pressing with a different cover. And you can see it's got ears on it. So yeah, I didn't even know about this. So, 'cause I don't think I've ever seen this before. These have to be really rare to be able to find. And I got a beautiful copy. Still in the original shrink, and the vinyl is like really clean. It's a pink rimmed island label. And this was actually pressed by Capitol and distributed by Capitol in the United States. It come from some department store called Tops, and it was in the bin for $1. Does anybody know anything about Tops department store? Let me know. So yeah, pretty cool. Very, very, it's kind of a creepy, spooky album, and gets kind of into a krautrock vibe, with maybe a little bit of elements of, say, 50-Foot Hose on side one. You know, it's got some male and female vocal, and yeah, it's It's very, very cool. It's not something you'd probably want to listen to a lot, but it's quite trippy. Okay, this one, man, this was a find, let me tell you. It's an original US copy of The End, Introspection. VG Plus cover, and the vinyl is excellent, just really, really clean. So this, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this. This is just essential, classic UK Psych. The album came out in 1968, and it was the band's only album. It was produced by Bill Wyman. Members of this band would later on to go on to form a hard rock band called Tucky Buzzard. So wow, I mean, that was not cheap, but I did some horse trading, and I was able to get it for actually a pretty good price. So I want to show a 45 that I have, just because I showed that album. I want to show the 45 too. And it's a US promo copy of Shades of Orange by The End, and this song is on that album, by the way, as is the B-side. And the single came out in April 1968, and the really cool thing about it is it's a promo copy, so it's on a Shades of Orange label. Whereas if it was stock, it would be Shades of Blue. So it's just a pure coincidence that the label is like monochromatic orange as opposed to the blue. And the title and the label go together. So is that cool or what? And that's the correct US company sleeve with it. And the B-side is Loving Sacred Loving, and both of these are mono mixes. So that is going to do it for the showing, and I hope Bill gets back on, because he's good people and we need good people in the VC. So Bill, if you're watching, our thoughts are with you. Get back soon and show some of your killer records, man. Alright, take care everybody, and I'll see you in the future.